Hey, I'm Justin, and this is my DVD collection. Here's some movies you can watch for Valentine's Day if you're lonely and you know that love sucks. Let's face it, Valentine's Day is a bullshit holiday, so let's watch some movies where all the people in love die and stuff. It's gonna be great. If you're lonely this Valentine's Day, why not be lonely with everyone? 28 Days Later, where most of the European population dies thanks to a zombie virus. A lot of blood, which is red. Love stinks! Yeah! Black Snake Moan. Because sometimes when you love someone, you have to chain them to a radiator in your living room. And Black Snake Moan is a documentary about how to do that. Amazing soundtrack, amazing soundtrack. Black Christmas. Now this is the 2003 remake of Black Christmas that I would recommend. It's really good because they had a non-horror director direct it, and so sometimes that's nice because they bring in this like fresh perspective. There's just so many terrible relationships in this movie as far as like the sorority girls that live in the house. And then also just you find out the life of the killer and the way his mom like was awful. And it just really sours you on romantic human relationships. Kind of similar to 28 Days Later, but not quite. Dawn of the Dead. The main girl, her boyfriend tries to kill and eat her in the first 10 minutes, and then that's the end of that relationship. It's great. It's better to be alone sometimes, like in the zombie apocalypse, right? You could be like Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek in Desperado and like love each other and have like passionate lovemaking scenes and then jump off of roofs with guitar cases full of guns, right? That's the kind of love we're looking for, people. Another great movie with a lot of relationship dynamics that you could appreciate. Dodgeball, a really good one, and it teaches a really important life lesson that sometimes the woman you love is a lesbian. Yeah, and you know, while we're talking about stuff like in the kind of relationships we're looking for, how about Insidious 2? How about when Patrick Wilson, I think that's his name, gets, you know, he's possessed by like a ghost or a demon or whatever the thing is. What does Rose Byrne do? What does his wife do? Stays by him. Works it out, doesn't give up. That's a good woman. If you don't love your partner enough to stick through an exorcism, that's some bullshit love. We're looking for ride or die out here. All right, second case. What about love? The Lovely Molly. If I remember, this I think was the first movie, what's his name? The director of The Blair Witch Project. But this was the movie he did after The Blair Witch Project, The Lovely Molly. And it's awesome. Like it does a little bit of like the found footagey thing that The Blair Witch does, but then it's also kind of like a normal narrative. I forget the actress's name that plays Molly, but she's unbelievable. Like the range of emotions that lady hits in this movie is crazy. And it's dark and it's weird, but man, the love that her husband has and stands by her through all the craziness that this woman goes through is, you know, just a real testament to what real love looks like. On the topic of love and Valentine's Day, of course, we need to watch My Bloody Valentine. This is the original that came out in '81, and then, the remake I have here, I think it came out in '09, and then I have the one that came with the 3D glasses. And it even has on the 3D glasses an advertisement for Saw 6. That's pretty cool, that's fun. So, yeah, My Bloody Valentine from 2009 in 3D, that's the one to watch. It is wild. It's really fun. It's really, if you like gory, you know, it's got graphic nudity, all that. If you're into that kind of horror, My Bloody Valentine, the remake, 2009, is an excellent Valentine's Day movie. A lot of times remakes are just hot, steamy shit. And so it's nice when a remake is actually pretty good. Oh, baby, I love your way. You know, if you're a guy and you're feeling by yourself or you've been broken up with and it's Valentine's Day, this is a great movie. The Thing, from, you know, the 1980s, the John Carpenter movie, a horror classic, not a single woman in it. All dudes, all dude cast. It's a great movie and you can just lock in and watch monsters and not even think about those ladies. If you're a guy and you're newly divorced, a great Valentine's Day movie for you is Signs, because the wife is dead in it. And the dad does great at the end. He's doing great. Another great movie for guys who are brokenhearted on Valentine's Day, The Shining, because you get to watch a man chase his wife around trying to kill her with an axe. And well, who hasn't thought about that a time or two? Ladies, if you're by yourself this Valentine's Day and you hate men, a great movie for you is Saw. You get to watch two guys get tortured to death in a dank little bathroom, and so, hey, maybe that'll be right up your alley. This is a movie that kind of inadvertently tells you why it is best to have a partner and why it is to have someone that you live with quarantine. This is the American remake of the movie Wreck, which was a Spanish horror movie. And in quarantine, this got Jennifer Carpenter from The Exorcism, Emily Rose, and Dexter. Her and these people get locked in an apartment building with like a rage zombie virus. A lot of the people live alone, and I think they would have made it had they not had a husband or wife who could kind of like have their back. So for those of you that want to celebrate your love, Quarantine, great movie for Valentine's Day. It's also terrifying. For the ladies that are alone on Valentine's Day, Monster, starring Charlize Theron and Christina Ricci, two beautiful women in a lovely, adoring relationship. Maybe one of them's a serial killer. Maybe they look rough around the edges, but they take care of each other and they love each other. Maybe the relationship's toxic and abusive, but they're kind of cute together. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Break out your DVDs and watch them.